Welcome back, aviators, to this Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 MD-11 flight, departing out from here in Ljubljana, heading back to Kaunas in Lithuania. So, interested to see how this all goes. Let's get this flight underway. We're flying on VATSIM. It's the my first MD-11 flight on Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, as I already said. So let's get things underway. Ljubljana traffic, FedEx 38, taxiing to runway 30 via Mike, Alpha and Bravo. Check how good the brakes are on this thing. Oh yeah. Brakes are okay. Cool, this thing takes off like a freaking rocket. Bloody hell. Oh, hello. What the hell's happened here? Take the rough and do that in a minute. There we go, that's a pretty dramatic takeoff. Some of the gear up option pauses this to set that accordingly as we continue our departure out from Ljubljana. So I have to say, this thing handles like a freaking missile. Jesus. Sure, that handling can't be right. It took off like a jet fighter. There we go, as I was talking about earlier, it is pretty snowy as we approach the Lithuanian border for our final descent down into Kaunas. Wow, we're really in some quite turbulent shop here. You go to the wing view and it looks, oh no, there we are. So yeah, the wind's buffeting us about a bit. I don't know how that's going to affect us landing. We'll find out, I guess, soon enough. So somewhere over in the distance there underneath the wing should be Kaunas, because we are really not too far out from our destination. In fact, I think I can see it just to the just above the screen on the left there. Yeah, there it is. The big lake that's next to it. There we go, we shall shortly be turning on to finals. How will we do in our first MD-11 landing on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024? That is the question, how will we do? Guess we'll find out in a minute. Well, we may as well arm that. Or drag. So we'll start getting the flaps out. Turn in for finals. Landing is armed. My daughter with the background sound effects as ever. Funnily enough, in real life, I may have mentioned this before, but she does really love her flying, so she'll often come and stand and watch me on this. Although she's been busy with other things today, bless her. If ever you wondered what the happy background sounds are, usually at the times I don't want her to do it, then that's what it is. I don't know what she's getting excited about. Something or other. Something on a tablet. She is a special needs little girl, non-verbal, so all you get out of her is all the little excitable squeaks in the background, bless her. She does keep me entertained. Okay. Let's get the gear down. Get the flaps out ready. Settings with the flaps on. I see. Flaps 35. There you can see Kaunas looking decidedly snowy and frozen down there. This beautiful day. The mega shopping centre is that big long building there just beneath the road. And then the old town just where the two rivers meet. just to the right of the screen towards the top. Alright, let's concentrate on getting this thing on the ground. Got a bit of a crosswind. Right, it's supposed to have a 4-knot crosswind. So it's going to be interesting to see how this lands. Speed breakers arm, gear is down, 3 green. We have the runway, excuse me, hiccups. Runway in sight. So quite strong winds. This altitude. 1,000 feet checked. Hopefully that wind's going to start dying off. Make my life a little bit easier. Yeah. And just that. Responsiveness is good. Let's bring that rudder back to the left a bit because we're losing the a bit more right rudder. Come on, swing that across up a bit. Kick it round. Nose down. Not a bad landing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kaunas. Only braking a bit. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Not used to seeing it all white, but I think we managed to nail that landing quite nicely. Starting to get used to using these rudder pedals now, that's for sure. Let's stir ourselves right down. There we go. As otherwise we're going to stuff up this taxiing job, which we'll want to turn into full rudder round. Come on, work with me here, that's it. There we go. Flaps. So we are back in lovely Kaunas. Beautiful sunny day. I know you're not used to sunny weather here. Usually the weather's not the best. But today it's very nice. As usual on VATSIM, I have this place pretty much to myself. Occasionally we see other aircraft here. I even had ATC here once or twice. But Funnily enough, I think last weekend when I was flying on VATSIM, there was coverage over the whole of Lithuania. There always seems to be coverage over Lithuania when I'm not flying to Lithuania. It is what it is. We just get a nice, peaceful, quiet. This airport, as I may have mentioned before, needs updating. They have extended the terminal. So that terminal building is now a little bit longer than what you see there. I think that was, well, we'll have a look on the replay of course, but I think that was a pretty damn reasonable landing. I'm going to run these ground crew guys over now. That would do. Not the best parking. So here we are, our arrival into Kaunas on the MD-11. I'm going to be saying that the landing rate's going to be the high hundreds. I think that's actually quite a decent landing, although probably found out something totally different. Now, we'll watch on the replay and judge from that, but that's my initial thought. I may revise that. There's the main road up to Kaunas Airport. Just flying over. See, we had a bit of fun on short final. Let me start the flare over the threshold, and there we go. See, now I think that was reasonable. That's the sound of my daughter approving, obviously. There. How was that? Pretty reasonable. Pretty damn reasonable, I would say. Let's go and see what Valenta thinks, shall we? Okay, so this 1 hour 40-minute flight north eastwards from Ljubljana and down into Kaunas with a landing rate of 286. Now, I think that's because we didn't really float it. When you watch the replay, I think that is a pretty smooth landing, but I think it takes its average over a couple of seconds, not the actual point of touchdown, which should explain some of the disproportionality between some of my landing rates, some being a lot softer than they were, and in this case being a little bit harder than it was. But anyway, on the whole, a really good flight. I certainly think the sounds have improved. The handling, yeah, I'll get used to that, so it's a little bit different from before. But yeah, I look forward to flying this again for you on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Thank you very much for watching, and I'd like to welcome you back on board again, in the not too distant future. Farewell for now.